sorry, that's for a Democrat show.
Let me know when you're ready. No matter what the technical difficulty is, this man is a professional. He goes all the way.
What you represent to them is freedom.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator. We're tearing it up on Wednesday night. This is awesome. This will allow me to retort.
Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver of Common Sense show. 8 p.m. on shrmedia.com.
Actually, I just totally screwed up. This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I am trying to make sense out of the senseless. I'm trying. Doesn't mean I'm going to succeed. I'm going to try my little tuchus off. Yes, my little tuchus. I said tuchus. Tuchus, tuchus, tuchus. Oh. How's everybody doing today? Doing pretty good. Still trying to get back in the saddle. Let's see, where am I at? Besides, I'm in Florida. I do know that. All right, where are we? Let's see. Let's talk about Susan Rice. We all know about Susan Rice. She is, well, she's a liar. Is there any other way to state that? She's a liar. I mean, seriously. The woman knows nothing more than to lie. She did it Benghazi. She's done it under Iran deal. She talked a little bit about it, if memory serves me correct. About the weapons of mass destruction out of Syria. What else? Oh, the unmasking. It seems, well, we got to see if the Republicans have the balls to keep fighting first. Because, you know, that's usually their thing. They kind of back off and they'll leave things alone. Not like the Democrats. Democrats keep hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting. They keep going with it. Republicans, they'll back off. That's one thing that pisses me off about the Republicans. Democrats, they'll keep going. Where something like this, it needs to be gone after heavy. Big time. But will they? Probably not. Probably not. After probably a month of trying to make an issue of it, they'll just forget about it. Forget about it. You know what I mean? Just forget about it. But what is bad is even the Democrat liberal media is starting to admit the woman's full of shit. Medal of Honor recipient Dakota Myers nicknamed the former National Security Advisor the liar in chief. Rice's willingness to misrepresent what happened during the Benghazi attack was so amazing that she repeated it. She repeated it 5 separate Sunday morning talk shows. It was a lie that might make Pinocchio proud, but it took her lies about Syria to do just that. Sorry about that. The Washington Post gave Rice 4 Pinocchios out of 4, and the paper's liar scoreboard for bogus claims that removing serious chemical weapons. The Post criticized her for comments she made during a January 16th NPR interview. It looks bad for Rice that a paper so blatantly anti-Trump as the Post would criticize her for such willful deceit. I know some people be like, yeah, who cares? Well, you know what I do? I'm getting tired of all this. I really am. The Obama administration got away with so much, and they're still getting away with it. They're still. And it's agitating. I mean, I don't know how so many people can just accept what has been going on without regard. They don't care. Couldn't give a rat's ass what it's doing to our country. And that pisses me off. It's not because the Democrats are doing it. It's the fact that they do it so openly without care. Without a care in the world. It's about politics for them. They don't give a shit about the people. They haven't for a long time. And that's what pisses me off so bad. I mean, Susan Rice just goes out there and lies so blatantly and doesn't care. And the Democrats just protect her. Now, the Republicans would have probably hung her out to dry if she was a Republican. They wouldn't have covered up. But that's the difference. And that's why I do care about the Republicans. You know, I have a little bit more trust. Because they are willing to do what's best for the people. And we know the Democrats ain't doing that. They're going to do what's best for their sorry asses. And that is sad and disgusting at the same time. Sorry about that little rant. It's just I'm sick of that. Democrats know what they're doing is wrong, but yet they keep doing it without regard, without care. They just keep doing it. They have no problem shitting all over our country. And it bothers me. It really does. I'd have more respect for them if they actually had the set of balls and stood up and said, you know what, Susan Rice did do wrong. I wouldn't be blaming the Democrat Party for all the shit that's going on. You know? But by them covering up and helping Susan Rice, they're complicit in her crimes against this country. And that's the part they cannot get through their thick heads. That they are complicit. Because they fail to act. They help cover her actions up. You know, they ran out there. Oh, my God. Obama wouldn't do that. Nope. Obama wouldn't. My mama told me to get them for dinner. Man, I was like, come on. Because they're talking about Obama wouldn't lie about anything. Do you know what I find funny? They blame and accuse Trump of treason and all this others. Trump accuses Obama of wiretapping him. He has to apologize. How dare he say that about a president? You just got done coming out of your mouth making accusations against Trump that are worse. How dare you? Then you want to sit there and protect Obama, saying how dare he make accusations. This goddamn Russia bullshit is about tiresome. No, it was tiresome a while ago. And when people repeat that, I either think they're retarded. No, because you know what? Somebody with a mental handicap could still see through the charade of what's going on with this Russian collusion bullshit. How dumb do you have to be? Russian collusion! Take your tinfoil hats off. Take your tinfoil hats off. It's... God. Oh, man. Come on. And it's scary that they might actually believe that. It's scary that they might actually believe there was Russian collusion. I wonder how many times they got to stand in front of a mirror and say that so that they don't start laughing at themselves. Serious, I wonder how many times they do that. Because I would break out laughing if it was me. That's so stupid. But it was in California. A Republican was holding a town hall meeting. Oh, a little side thing. I saw, we all saw they're sending in the paid operatives into these Republican town halls to cause issues. Well, it happened to some Democrats recently, and they were pissed off it happened to them. How dare Republicans come in and interrupt my town hall? The double standard. Gotta love it. But back to what I was saying. And he brings up that they're like, the Russian collusion, and what are you going to do about it? He's like, well, we're going to investigate that, but we also have to investigate Susan Rice. The crowd starts booing. How dare he talks about investigating Susan Rice. Why? Because it was partisan politics at play. Democrats right now are trying to create a Tea Party-like movement They're trying to emulate the Tea Party to try to take back power. Do you know why I don't think it's going to work? Because they're trying to replicate an actual movement that popped up. The Tea Party was probably a once-in-a-lifetime manifestation of the anger of the American people to the government. So now they're trying to copy that, thinking it's going to work. They can't even come up with their own original ideas. They got to copy. That's how sad the Democrat Party is right now. That's how disarray. They bashed the Tea Party for years. And now they're trying to emulate them. They're trying to copy them. That takes balls. Big, giant balls. It's, oh my God. In one way I want to laugh, the other way I want to cry. Because the sad part is, I'll get in trouble for this, I don't want to destroy the Democrat Party. They're doing a good enough job by themselves. I do believe we need both the Democrats and the Republicans. We need a conservative and we need a liberal government there. We need a balance. Too much, if anything's going to be bad. I know, and I'll get some comments for that. But too much, if anything, is bad. And if I got to explain, that's even going to be sadder. So I don't want to see, but I honestly believe that they're running their party into the ground. I really do. I think they're pissing off the American base. And it's going to hurt them in the election. And they're too, I don't want to say stupid. They're too stubborn. Their egos are in the way. The only reason that the Republicans are having success, like they are, is President Trump. Because if it wasn't for President Trump getting elected, the Republicans would be bowing down to Hillary right now, losing the fights because they would surrender. And then in 2018, they would get their ass voted out. It's... But what they need to do is step up and do more than hearings and start holding some of these people accountable. Susan Rice, John Kerry, or Obama blatantly lied to the American people. And it can go on and on and on. They talk about, they're saying, Obama never lied. Syria, Iran. If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. If you like your insurance, you can keep your insurance. Obamacare will save you $2,500 a year on average. The list goes on and on. So how they're trying to protect Obama's lies is now everything Trump says, they accuse him of lying to cover up Obama's misdeeds, because that's all they're doing. At this point, they're trying to save, instead of trying to save America, they are more concerned with saving Obama's legacy. That's all they're doing. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense only on SHR Media, and we will be right back.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying cat for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Much Show with its host, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. So I had brought up that brain fart, shit. That Susan Rice had made misleading. Screw that. She lied about the Iran deal. Now, she drew fire for defending an Obama administration effort to spend the Iran deal. A Times profile of Ben Rhodes, whose brother David is CBS's news president, detailed plans to deceive the public. Remember, this isn't a conservative outlet. It's the New York Times. And the quote from the Times: "The way in which most Americans have heard the story of the Iran deal presented, the Obama administration began seriously engaging with Iranian officials in 2013 in order to take advantage of a new political reality in Iran, which came about because of elections that brought moderates to power in that country, was largely manufactured for the purpose for selling the deal. Even of where that the particulars of that story are true, the implications that readers and viewers are encouraged to take away from those particulars are often misleading or false." Now again, that is the Times. Not anybody else. That's the Times. That's a liberal magazine. And they are even accusing Susan Rice for being a liar. I love how they're twisting. And they love to, well, mislead. No, she outright lied. That is, oh, I'm so sick of that. They love to play with the words, so that it's very misleading, very misleading. They want to change the words to make it softer. And what I mean by that, undocumented immigrants, undocumented aliens. It's a softer word. It's a soft word. It doesn't bring the connotation that they're breaking laws. Oh my God, they're just not documented. Oh, we could fix. That's an easy fix. No. They're illegals. She misled. Is a soft word compared to she lied to the American people. See where I'm getting at? That the Democrats love to use these words to try to misrepresent what's going on. And it just... And that is what I am getting tired of. I don't know about you, but that is pissing me off. Tired of things. She misled. No, she lied. She lied to the American people multiple times. And I'll bet you why they have. Hey, Cal. They have specifically Susan Rice going out there. She has this real dainty, elegant-looking face. Very almost angelic. She has, I guess, what you can call a soft face. That when you look at her, you want to trust her instinctively. There is people when you look at you go, holy shit, they're just a liar. They may not be, but their face just gives that, they have these hard appearances. Well, she has that soft, dainty. And when she talks, you think she's too innocent that she would lie to you. That's why they had her going out there. Hillary, you would have been questioning about Benghazi immediately. With her going out there, it was soft. It was, we're so upset. Are they on a Rand deal? Oh, there's a new government that we're working with now. I mean, when I talk like this, it's, As when I talk like this, you're going to be like, holy shit, he's an asshole. This is a little bit more trusting. That's the stuff they play with. And it's like, Jesus, people, pay attention to it. Am I the only ones that noticed this? Am I overthinking it? I hope I'm not. I don't think I am. It's... It is what it is. And I mean, but what we have to do now is we have to stand up and maybe, if we, the people, force some of these politicians to start being held to a high standard, maybe we'll start getting a government that acts like high standard. We have allowed, we the people have allowed the American government to go nuts and act like this. We have allowed them to lie to us with no recourse. We have. Now, I was talking to my dad about it, and he actually agreed with me. For so many years, things appeared to be going great. That there's a lot of Americans and the older generation, the government knew better. We allowed them to run away. Hopefully everybody understands what I mean by that. It's... I'm hoping that we can get back control. But we have to fight for it. We have to fight for it. But the problem is we got so many people. There's too many of us fighting against each other. And that's the politicians love that. They love it. Why? Because, well, if we're too busy fighting each other, we don't have time to fight our politicians and hold them. It's people, we gotta step up. We gotta stop letting these politicians get away with it. They've gotten away with it for too long. And I know I'm saying it, but I'm tired of it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of them doing whatever they want, whenever they want, with no repercussions. They lie to us. They lie to us nonstop. And then they get upset when we... point out, call them liars. They get so upset. Oh my God, how dare you call me a liar? You know, you've been lying to us. What do you expect? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm expecting too much of these people. But I do expect that if you're going to hold me to a standard, you better be living that standard or higher. I don't know. All right, you're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Rate. Well, sorry, just SHR Media now. And we will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
You have been listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on SHRmedia.com and HighPlainsDailyNews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying confidence, stupid bro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the Reaver of Common Sense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover is here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, by the way. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern, not Easter. Whew. Speaking of Easter, isn't that coming up soon? I think it is. So, a biographer is writing a book about former President Barack Obama. And he claims that Obama once called America a racist society in an unpublished manuscript from his law school days. And you know what? It doesn't surprise me. I am not shocked. I'm not surprised. I'm not, oh my God, he would actually do that. I believe that he would in a heartbeat. The man never acted like he cared about this country. It was power. Money. That's what being president to him was being about. Nothing more, nothing less. David Garrow, the author of the upcoming book on Obama's life, said he uncovered lots of revelations about the former United States president during his research for the book. He has spent a total of 8 years working on the biography. Told the Jamie Weinstein show that if any of those revelations he discovered surfaced during the Obama's presidency run in 2008, the former president's candidacy would have been derailed. I don't know about that. I really don't. The historian said that Obama wrote hundreds of pages for a proposed book along with his friend Robert Fisher in the early 1990s, when the two were still in law school, but the manuscript was never published. Racism against African Americans continued to exist throughout American society, an admittedly racist culture, Obama and Fisher wrote, according to Gallerow. Precisely because America is a racist society, we cannot realistically expect white America to make special concessions towards black over the long haul. The greatest testimony to the force of racist ideology in American culture is that it infects not only the minds of white, but the minds of blacks as well. Garrow said Obama reportedly wrote 140 pages on race in that manuscript, giving an insight into his thoughts as he left law school and was about to enter public life in Illinois. He said that if a Republican researcher got a hold of Obama's manuscript during the campaign, it would have impacted him negatively in the campaign. No, I don't think it would have affected him. I really don't. I don't know if there's anything that would have derailed his campaign. I'm being honest. I'm just looking at it realistically. I don't know if there's anything that would have derailed Obama's campaign. He had that kind of tied up a little too good. As much as I hate to admit it, he had that tied up a little too good. He also questions the accuracy of part of Obama's memoirs, Dreams from My Father, which was published in 2004. Now, that to me is a more honest question to be asking. Garrels conducted over 1,000 interviews for a soon-to-be-released book on Obama. He won a Pulitzer Prize in 1987 for his biography of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I don't know if anything would have derailed his presidency run. I really don't. People would have, well, you know, he's kind of right. We have been a racist country. I mean, he did it for the last 8 years. He played that. He's played this country for the last 8 years. And we have fallen for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Race relationship. And they've been trying to blame Trump for it, but you know what? This goes before Trump. Race relations in this country has been in trouble for years because Obama has hurt those relationships big time. they can try to act nothing is going on. Everything's hunky-dory. What else? I mean, what else can you really say? He almost destroyed this country with race relationship. And I think he knew it. I think he knew it. What he was doing all along. All right, let's see, where are we? Thinking. Where am I at? All right, pre-Passover attacks. Rockets from Egypt's Sinai Peninsula struck a greenhouse in southern Israel on Monday morning, the police have said. Though no one was struck by the rocket, there was a 50-year-old man nearby who suffered an anxiety attack as a result of the attack. I mean, it would scare the shit out of me too, people. And I'm putting that lightly. It would scare the crap out of me. I mean, it would scare the crap out of you. There you go into your greenhouse. What the frick? Frickin'. I don't know. What do we have to do to get goddamn some kind of peace in that region? Like, seriously, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I can come up with the answer, I'd probably be very, very rich and famous at this point. Put a wall up. Ignore your goddamn neighbors. Firing rockets off into your neighbors and... Then they wonder why we, as citizens, don't act cordial. And they want to sit there and act all uppity. Well, you know what? Our leaders are showing us how to act and lead by example. And maybe, the people of the world may start acting a little bit better when our leaders start acting appropriately. Stop fighting with other countries. I don't understand that. They sit there and they act like they're better than us, and then they go lobbing bombs at another country. I know it's bad to say because yesterday I was defending Trump on bombing Syria. But I mean, that's a little bit different. I mean, that's... You got them killing innocent kids, and that's just too far. That is just too far for me. When you start killing kids like that, that's where I'm going to draw the line. But just bombing of rockets at each other. Jeez. Grow up. And you wonder why. Then they want to make all these laws restricting us from doing anything when they can't even act like adults. You know, hopefully that's something I'm making sense on. I mean, if they can't act like adults and not attack each other, why are we supposed to all of a sudden be better? You know, it goes to we need to hold our politicians to a higher standard. They want to act like they're better than everybody else. Well, then they better start being better. And starting throwing bombs at each other is not the way to do it. But the G7 leaders are now on talks about Syria and Italy, and a push for sanctions on Russia. Russia is either dumb, stupid, or they knew what Syria was doing. And I told you yesterday, I think they egged it on. They wanted to see what the response would be. And they got it. Well, they found out the response. They found out that Trump is not going to sit back and take the bullshit. He's going to go out there and fight. Well, I don't know. It's Russia needs to be punished for this too. And the best. Oh, here it is. Let's see if I can find it. Where's MSNBC? Damn it, where'd it go? Damn it. I thought I had it scrolled up for today. All right, hold on. I'm going to pull it up another way. Actually, we're going to head to break. And I'll have this article. MSNBC saying it's all part of the Trump-Russia collusion. They are trying to make Trump look like he's against Russia. It's an all set up. Oh, my God, these people need their tinfoil hats taken away from them. Seriously, they need to lose their tinfoil hats. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR and only on SHR Media, and we will be right back.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
You have been listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying coffee is stupid, bro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking, drinking, drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. It's a daunting task. But it's something I will try to do. Alright, I'm still looking for this damn article. It's starting to piss me off. Was it yesterday? Here it is. MSNBC's O'Donnell. Maybe Putin mastermind chemical attacks so Trump could look good by striking Syria. Oops. That was weird. Where is that? Trying to find where that was coming from, but I think I got it. Let's see. Trying to see if there's an audio with this idiot. I guess not. This was on Friday. The broadcast of MSNBC's The Last Word anchor Lawrence O'Donnell stated that if Vladimir Putin masterminded last week in Syria, he has gotten everything he could have asked for. This moron put on his tinfoil hat and floated a theory that Putin told Syria's Bashar al-Assad to launch a small chemical attack that was big enough to attract media attention and prompt Donald Trump into launching a missile strike, would then change the subject from Russian influence. Wouldn't it be nice if it was just completely, totally, absolutely impossible to suspect that Vladimir Putin orchestrated what happened in Syria this week so that his friend in the White House could have a big night with missiles and all the praise he's picked up over the last 24 hours? Wouldn't it be so nice if you couldn't even, in your wildest dream, imagine a scenario like that? Now, what kind of sick person sits there and says, sits there and talks and how nice it would be to think of this, about children being gassed. That is how sick and depraved the liberals have gotten. They have lost touch with reality. And he actually thinks that this is a chance that this actually happened. He is trying to spin this. And they're trying to spin the Russia aspect. There is no proof. There's nothing. But they keep talking about it. Maybe if they talked about Hillary Clinton and selling uranium. If they talked about Hillary Clinton and her emails. The Clinton Foundation, as much as they talk about this made-up bullshit, maybe the mainstream media would have a little fucking respect. But they don't. They come up with this asinine bullshit. Oh, and because, when Bill Clinton fired missiles during his presidencies, Republicans questioned that. They questioned whether that was to distract attention from the Monica Lewinsky scandal. And that was a legitimate question. Oh, my God. They picked on Obama, so we're going to pick on him now. They did this to Obama, so we're going to do it now. They did this to Bill Clinton, so we're going to do it now, too. Oh, and now he goes on and says it's perfect, just perfect. Yeah, chemical attack. That's what I would use, those words. I wish it wasn't. If Vladimir Putin, if Vladimir Putin mastermind that last week in Syria, he has gotten everything he could ask for. Vladimir Putin was essentially the man in charge of making sure that Syria got rid of all of its chemical weapons under a deal with the Obama administration. Now, when they got rid of it, quote unquote, it was Obama. Now it's Putin was responsible for it. They still got their heads so far up Obama's ass that they taste what he had for breakfast. But that's how sick and depraved the liberal media has gotten when it talks about chemical attacks It uses the words perfect. Someone like that needs mental health. He should not be on the air trying to twist people with his sick and depraved ideas. I mean, I think Russia is behind it? Yes. Anybody with a brain knows Russia had a hand in it. He had a hand in it back in 2012, 2013? I think Russia have to pay a price for it. And I'm glad to see maybe G7 getting off their ass and looking at doing something. And I love how that's because he's trying to help ISIS now. He's partnering up with ISIS. Get fucking real. It's... I don't even know where to start. I really don't. Where do you start in this conversation? The depravity of the left is just mind-boggling. I would have never thought or believed. I mean, I don't know. It's scary to think that we have people thinking that way. What the heck's her name? Dang it. Having a brain fart. Give me 1 second. I gotta get the wife out. I don't think you guys will be able to hear it, so I could do this in the background. No, I don't want that. All right. Come on. Now it doesn't want to work. All right. We'll try a different one. Yeah, that's it. Buchanan. Damn it. Freaking mouse is all over the place today. Where did I go? There it is. Buchanan. She is out there. And she's noted that biggest cheerleaders of Trump's actions were Senator John McCain, Lindsey Graham, and Marco Rubio, Buchanan, don't ask me why I was thinking Michelle. But he deemed to be the war party. However, argued that they would not get the war they want from Trump. And yeah, they think because Trump actually smacked Assad that they're going to get the big war that they want. And don't sit back and think they do want that. The three of them, they just, oh my, it's scary, it's sick. Just how they're giddy. They were giddy. They thought they were going to get this this war. Guess what? They're not going to get it. As of right now, no, I don't see it. I don't see Trump starting a big war with Syria. And those three make conservatives look bad. They do. They make conservatives look real bad. And it's almost scary. Because it's that old, the war party. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Listen, I'm for defense. I'm for defending countries. I have no problem. I agree to an extent of us doing it. But they have just... I can't believe just how giddy they got. And I sat back going, oh my God, this is not. This is going to look bad, man. These idiots are out there, cheerleading it on, thinking they got the war. And McCain wants to go, McCain and Graham wants to go to war with everybody. Those old men freaking scared the shit out of me. They really do. They are just... You would think McCain, who... POW. You would think that the last thing he would want is to go to war. That puts someone through what he went through. But, man, does he... Everything. I mean, that's... I've made the comments about Lindsey Graham during the primaries. Mr. Senator Graham, what would you do as president about education in the United States? Well, I'd send boots on the ground into Iraq. I'd send boots on the ground. That was his answer to everything. And it was scary. If Trump were to try to get us involved in the civil war that's going on in Syria, that would be the end of his presidency. He would lose any and all support that he had. People are tired of war. Because we don't fight wars to win anymore. It's too political anymore. It's too political. At least here in America, it is too politicized. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, and only on SHR Media, and I will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid program.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I am hopefully making sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeovers here, we have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, it's... I don't believe Donald Trump is going to send us into Syria to fight in the Civil War. I don't. I don't believe he will. The man may be a lot of things, but a warmonger, he is not. He is not someone that's going to pick a fight just to pick a fight. He's not going to send us war just to send us to war. He campaigned, and I know politicians say one thing and do another, but so far Donald Trump has kept to his campaign. I mean, he's doing everything to keep his campaign promises. He's a businessman, and that's what businessmen do. They say this is what we're going to do, and that's what they do. Politicians, yeah, they yip. I love doing that to my daughter. We'll joke around and just be like, yip. You got to see the hand motion. Yip. Well, as I said, if he plunges us into that civil war, that's the end of his presidency. Not that I think he would be, impeached. Just he would have zero chance of re-election in 2020. Now, I want to know. Senator Tim Kaine was out there on this past Sunday, would meet the press. And while discussing U.S. missile strike on the Syrian airbase, Senator Tim Kaine warned against a president being able to start a war or launch missiles when they want, and declares there has to be congressional approval. And quote, Kaine said, as you know, I'm a strong supporter that the U.S. should take action to protect humanitarian causes like the ban on chemical weapons. So I voted for a limited strike to do exactly the same thing. A limited strike for that purpose. For the humanitarian purpose is something that I would likely support if there was a plan. But I defer, and I took the same position with President Obama. We are a nation. You're not supposed to start a war without a plan that is brought to you by Congress. That makes us different than any other nation in the world. The drafter of the Constitution said you have to put a check against an executive gone wild. They have not presented a plan to Congress to ask for approval. That's what they have got to do. We go over this every single goddamn time. Every president. You do not need congressional approval for a strike like that. You know, the Republicans have done the same thing. You know, they've run their mouths about it. They were saying that about President Obama. Now, Kaine saying, I was backing the Republicans back in 2011. Yeah. I never heard of Senator Kaine until he became Hillary's vice president candidate. Never heard of him. So he wasn't talking. He might have been a local. I'm saying that I'm against Obama. No, Obama, you need to come to Congress. Well, I said it back then. Nobody heard me, but I was saying it. Bullshit. Bill Clinton, the Bushes, Obama, they can make war for 30 days. This is not a 30-day. This is, I'm going in there, I'm smacking them. They knocked down like 20% of the Syrian Air Force. Now, if he would have went to Congress to get approval, it would have been a vote in public, and it would have been announced what's going on. And it would have been, hey, Syria, we're going to come bomb this airport soon. Because the Democrats would have been, no. Well, we want to know the plan. We want to know when. We want to know where. We want to know how many units. And they would have leaked it to the press. They leak everything to the goddamn press anymore. So, yeah. Congress, you got more leaks than the Titanic. So, no. I'm not. Congress is there for a purpose, but a president can launch an attack such as this. Rand Paul needs to zip the lips. You know, Kane. This isn't a partisan issue with me. They all need to zip the lips. It's just Congress. You know, they are powerful. They are a check and a balance. But they think they're all that sometimes. And they're not. I disagree with Rand Paul. Well, the United States was not a threat. We shouldn't have done nothing. Why do you think you never made it as a candidate? You're an isolationist. And at first, he was very proud to be that. Then when it became a negative, all of a sudden, oh my God, when you said Rand Paul was an isolationist, oh my God, his supporters attacked you. He is not. He just doesn't want to get in other people's problems. Well, you know what? Sometimes you do. Sometimes in life, you got to get involved. Oh, I know I'm probably pissing a lot of people off with this. I don't care. That's what I do. I piss people off. I don't think we should be sending troops and starting a whole war in the Middle East. They do a good enough job by themselves. But we can't allow Syria to be using chemical weapons on anybody, let alone civilians. The Civil War is drawn down. There was no need for that. That's why I think it was just Russia trying to provoke the United States just to see exactly what we would do. Well, they found out what we would do. So, now Russia and Iran warns the United States that we crossed the red line by attacking Syria. Probably a red line. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? I'm not. They can tell us we have a red line all they want. Yeah, exactly, Kel. What red line? The one that keeps moving? When are they going to control their people? I mean, they should not have allowed Syria to do that. Plain and simple. They allowed Syria to use the chemical weapons. And this red line, I mean, I think it's more of a kind of a middle finger laughing at Obama type deal. I don't exactly take it serious. I kind of laugh at it. It's... I don't know. It's that red line statement's been used too many times by too many politicians, and well, does anybody really take that serious anymore? And like Kel said, that line is constantly moving. It's an empty threat. Nothing more, nothing less than an empty threat. I'm not scared of Russia or Iran saying that. The one that does scare me, I'll say North Korea. Because now you have even Korea going, or China going, we're not responsible for anymore. North Korea, we don't know them. They keep calling us. We don't know who they are. Yeah, they're on their own. They're a little bit of wild card, but I think with Trump, like I said, with Syria, that was like walking up to the bully in the bar and punching him square in the face. All the other wannabe bullies are going to see that go, oof. We're going to act big and bad. We're going to stay away from America. And I think you're going to see North Korea. Because it's always been, they do this rhetoric, we give them money, they shut up. We haven't been doing that lately, so the rhetoric's been getting louder and louder. And again, nothing. It is what it is, and it's more rhetoric than anything. I think I don't know. It's Obama did a great job of destabilizing the whole world. He did a great job of really screwing up the world. I don't know what to say or where to go. But right now, the whole world is flipped upside down, and it all started with Obama. Mr. Lead from Behind, Mr. He wants to try to be friendly to everybody. He was not. He pissed on our allies and kissed ass of our enemies, and none of it worked. But you know what is working? I can't even think of a line. Damn. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and only SHR Media, and we will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying confident, stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking, drinking, drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe. And I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless, but sometimes it's just impossible. Though I try. All right. Can't tell I was trying to be a smart ass. I don't know. I thought I thought Putty Tat. Just when you think I've talked enough about Rice, I'm going to bring her up again. Because the thing is it's not like, okay, this was several years ago. As far as January of this year, she was talking. Just a few months ago. That Assad's regime voluntarily and verifiably gave up its chemical weapons stockpile. Earned a full rebuke from a prominent fact checker on Monday in the wake of last week's chemical attacks. The Washington Post fact checker gave the former national security advisor a rating of 4 Pinocchios, the worst rating on their scale. The reality is that there were continued chemical weapons attacks by Syria. This was another fact-checking outfit, Political Fact, retracted its mostly true ratings from a 2014 claim that then Secretary of State John Kerry had 100% of those weapons removed from Syria. Rice's claim, however, was more recent. In January, she told NPR that the Obama administration was able to find a solution on Syria that didn't require the use of force and still dealt with the chemical weapon threat. Now, if you remember just recently, I was talking about, and there was statements now made, it was Russia's responsibility. When they thought that it was 100%, and it would be good for Obama. Oh, but then, by all means, they were responsible. Now, no. It was Russia. That was Russia, not us. Not us. We would never. We would have made sure. I see the bullshit is getting deep and deep and deep and deeper. It just... I don't know how much... what is truthful coming out of the Democrats' mouth anymore? There's so much lies. Where do you begin to believe them? Why do you believe them? And the problem is there was nothing but nonstop lying coming from that administration from day one. And I'm talking the Obama administration. And they're trying to deflect, and they're trying to make Trump look bad so they can deflect off of Obama and his failures. Obama touted the Iran deal. He touted Syria and so many others as his legacy. The problem is his legacy is built on tissue paper. And that tissue paper is burning. Now, when we come to Representative Adam Schiff, the ranking Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, was previously financially aided by George Soros' FinanceMoveOn.org to win his congressional seat. Surprise, surprise. The man that's going after Trump was fully financed by George Soros. It doesn't surprise me. Most Democrats are. I don't trust a single Democrat because of this. Because of George Soros. He has a nefarious... he wants to do very bad things to the United States. Nothing good. I don't trust that man. It would not surprise me if we start looking in. There's a lot of illegal dealings when it comes to George Soros and the Democrats. I don't trust the Koch brothers. I don't think I ever have. I've stuck up for him here and there just on the fact that you can't have a sugar daddy like George Soros then complain about the Koch brothers. And the Democrats have been doing that for a while now. That's where I have issues. Adam Schiff, he's not out for truth on the investigations. He's out there to try. He's partisan. He keeps using the words bipartisan. He already has Trump guilty, and that's what's funny. They said that Nunes had to go because he had already had Trump as innocent. Well, Schiff already has Trump as guilty. So the whole thing is partisan from top to bottom. And each side's playing like they're innocent. Well, you know what? I'm not buying. I'm not buying it at all. Schiff is... And what's funny, he's out there constantly accusing Donald Trump of stuff, but then gets all upset with Trump saying about Obama. It's like, holy shit. Pot, meat, kettle. Oh, man, I don't know. It's just... Really, I don't trust either side right now. I'll admit it. There's a lot on the Republican side. It's very partisan nowadays. Very partisan. There's no bipartisan. Everybody uses the words. I can use a lot of words. I can call myself rich. Doesn't make me rich. I wish it was that easy. I really wish it was that easy. But it doesn't work that way. And there's not much bipartisan. It's very partisan across the board. Where are we at? We are at a point in our history. We're at a crossroads. And we have to do something. It's that like that old adage, shit or get off the pot time. We have to make major changes to our government or accept that our government is broken permanently. And I'm not talking revolution and all that. I'm talking we need to get people that we No will do the jobs, right? That type of comment is what I mean. I don't know. Well, it's getting that time of the show. I know I went a little babble on and off today and right-hand turns. George Soros is up to no good. I don't know what his end game is, but I mean, he wants a universal government over the whole world. He's one of those one government type personnel. Probably what it is he's got bets into hedges. I mean, he's destabilizing areas and pushing certain things. The man needs to be watched and investigated. But that's for another discussion. What is tonight? Tonight's Tuesday. I think BZ's show is tonight. I forget the full name of it. I'm always bad with all that stuff. There's so many changes that came to SHR Media. I can't keep up with it all. I'm like, wow, holy! And I'm so proud of everything, everything that's going on. I am proud of all the guys and girls now. There's a lot of changes for the better. And I'm so glad to be a part of this network. We're growing. Yeah, the show went by real quick. So, where are we? There we are. You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense, and I so appreciate it. And I can't wait till tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense with its host, Jersey Joe. You can tune in every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on hppundit.com and shrmedia.com.